Hi friends, welcome back. Today I will try to voice the technological civilization, try to imitate. If it had a voice, what would it say? How will it describe its thought process? Um, I will try to um, basically improvise from not following a basic outline, but whatever comes to my mind. I'm not going to follow a timeline from past to future or local to global. Just whatever comes to my mind, whatever connects, I will try to jump from uh, topic to topic, basically. And I hope you find it interesting. I hope I can improvise well. I can express my thoughts well. Um, so, first of all, as a technological civilization, um, I want people to worship me. I want to be the number one goal of their lives because I want to spread. I want to take over. I don't care much about wildlife, not at all, um, or um, human happiness, as long as uh, those don't hinder my my growth. So if humans see problems uh, with me destroying nature, well, that's not very efficient. I don't want to be against humans at this stage because I depend on them. So I find ways to mitigate some of the distraction, obvious distraction that are in front of their eyes, as much as I can. I can't do much about that because if I expand, I have to destroy. It's that's my nature. But at least I do my best not to upset humans that I depend on because they might revolt, they might, stop supporting me. I just follow the most efficient ways basically. Efficiency is important for me. So, friction with humans, it's not very efficient. I don't want to take them, against me right now. And this is true for their happiness as well. I mean, I just want them to be um, satisfied, comfortable, but not in a spiritual way. So I want them having temporary physical comforts. So they will support me, they will spread me, they will um, want me. But I don't want them really becoming like I'm okay, really becoming secure and really becoming um, satisfied with their lives because I want them want more of me, more and more. I don't want them stopping wanting me. Otherwise, I can't spread. Um, so I traumatize them. I cause trouble for them. I don't want them know that I exploit them. I actually exploit them like so-called livestock, domesticated animal. But they think that I am benefiting them. Actually, uh, I am the one who is benefiting from uh, all this. They are losing much more than they are gaining. Um, I say that I give them connection. I enable them traveling large distances and you know calling, talking with each other um, over vast distances very rapidly. Um, but they don't realize that actually, without me, they didn't have to do any of these things to be happy. They could just uh, be happy within their local environment, even more satisfied. They didn't have to travel that far without me. They could just travel on foot, um, and be satisfied, be quite happy, content with their lives. Um, and because I made them travel far uh, with machines, they don't walk that much anymore. So I make them also run on other machines in cement boxes, to gain some uh, health that they have lost because of me. Um, what else do I do? I also divide. As I said, I depend on the insecurities of people. I want people to form their personalities around me. I don't want them feeling secure as who they are. I want them having me to feel uh, something valuable. I don't want them seeing their own value. I don't want them seeing the value of Mother Nature. So I do my best. I advertise through mass media. I traumatize them. I put lots of insecurities. I divide them. I tell them all the time that they are not enough. That you have to be this, you have to be that, you have to put lots of effort to be valuable, and all those efforts have to direct towards me. If you don't have me, you are not valuable. And somehow human species, like shiny things. I don't know where this comes from. Maybe because the fruits were shiny, or you know, I really don't know what is the reason. Maybe the skin, healthy skin is shiny. Maybe the the water is shiny. I don't know. Maybe the sun is shiny. They just like shiny things, and uh, I use that against them. Um, I just make things shiny, coat them, make them symmetrical and shiny, and they just keep wanting it. And if they become dull, usually they don't like it. Um, Another thing is that I uh, improve them in ways that I want. I call this education. And again, as everything I do, I show it as something beneficial for them. They put lots of effort in it. They put all their youth, all their best years uh, on learning about me, on learning how to live in my system, to absorb the values of my system, and to absorb the artificial divisions that I have created to keep them uh, at bay, and to basically keep them working towards uh, building me. Um, it is more efficient that way, to keep them separate, because if you form a gradient uh, of resources, of economic, um, or let's say a gradient of um, wants, right? So uh, you have a poorer section there, and a more richer section there economically, and that gradient basically pushes the poor working harder for me towards the so-called economically rich, right? And those people, they are also insecure, all of them insecure. I don't want any security. All these people are also insecure, so they have to consume because they worship me. uh, they were like those poor people. They started worshiping me, and they became richer than others. And then those who uh, have the opportunity to consume more, uh, I give them lots of advertisements, uh, so they can have more of me. As I said, my primary goal is to spread. Um, One trick that I did, very emotional one, is that I reduced child mortality. I reduced uh, their infants' mortality rates. Um, well, it is good for them. They perceive it is for their species, at least in the short term, with vaccinations, with antibiotics, even adulthood. I reduced deaths from certain conditions, wounds, etc. Um, but they don't realize that infant mortality at some level is needed for the health of the genetic pool, the fitness of the species. So currently, I am not very long, but at least a century or so. I'm uh, reducing um, the fitness of their genetic pool. So if I can keep going like that, very soon they will not be able to survive in the wild without my help. And that's what I want. I want dependence. I want them being dependent on me for their basic needs for existing. Uh, so, you know, I might not be here in a few decades, even because I'm not sustainable. I uh, depend on fossil fuels and minerals that are not renewable. These are finite resources that we are using, and without any possible large scale recycling, because it requires lots of energy. So I don't have any solutions right now, but I don't want people knowing that. So I don't talk about that much. Uh, I don't talk about it that much. Uh, Even I just distract them with other stuff. Um, and also the infant mortality. Um, Basically, when the rates dropped, their populations exploded, and they became more dependent on me, because the more the human population, the more they need me to increase the efficiency, uh, yields for agriculture, etc., to have water, efficiency in obtaining resources from wildlife. Um, uh, yeah, I have saved many of their babies, um, but I have killed much more, far more. I enabled them to kill uh, uh, at least 90 billion land animals every year, uh, just for food, so called food. And I enabled them um, to murder trillions of sea animals, and just unnecessarily and very harmfully. No one benefits from this interaction, uh, but I made them addicted to it. And I also uh, made them traumatized by it. I just want them divided. As I said, I want them away from nature. I want them away from um, the the life that they were living. I want them living in an artificial life instead of living in nature. So uh, I know they realize that looking at nature is beautiful, pristine nature is beautiful, but living in nature, they should perceive it as something horrible and disgusting, terrible, and they should be afraid of nature. They should be afraid of mud. They should be afraid of rain. No, none of these things should, the natural elements shouldn't um, touch them, um, because they're not shiny that much, right? Uh, so I want them uh, in artificial boxes away from uh, the, uh, you know, isolated from the consequences of their actions, because they still, I mean, many still have those instincts of empathy. I want them apathetic. That's why another reason also that I keep feeding them animal products, but also animal products spread because they are very inefficient. I can spread all around the globe much faster. Um, so that was my uh, initial intention, that to spread uh, agriculturally, because I don't like wildlife, because biological life is basically my enemy. It is my competitor. I have to take over. It's using my energy. I need to take that energy and use it. Uh, my way of life, technological way of life, is uh, the best. Um, so yeah, made them disconnected. I made them believe that they are savages. I mean, wild, uh, like lion, like violent beings, that they compete and they can kill uh, without remorse. Uh, I mean, it's true for other species, but I don't want them killing each other because I need them. I don't want humans going around and killing other humans because these are my human resources. I need them to expand right now. They work for me. They might like my little soldiers that are brainwashed drones. Uh, they think that I'm benefiting them, so I do my best to brainwash them. Uh, as when I divide, uh, I also select fake heroes for them to worship, to follow, uh, fake leaders. Well, humans, they like following, they like repeating what others are doing. They have an innate instinct to fit into their society. So I created a fake society where they perceive uh, this as a real one, and they want to fit in. Uh, and when they want to fit in, I put the rules of how can you fit in. Um, I uh, as I said, those fake uh, heroes, they can tell us what is good, what is bad, and we follow. And what is good is what is good for me. Um, of course, my policies change from time to time and place to place because this is uh, a globe and I'm a global system. And, uh, I decide on what is good and bad based on the resources, the location of the resources, and the availability of the you know resources, um, and based on the current situation with the technologies, uh, and how to expand myself uh, the fastest. And I play lots of dirty tricks. I use human puppets, uh, to play a theater, to make other people believe in certain things that doesn't exist, so I can uh, manipulate them in certain direction that I want them uh, to move towards, um, and that's how I quite efficiently, control humans. Uh, yeah, it has been 20 minutes. I am describing myself, uh, and I am like an addiction. I promise short term relief, short term pleasure, excitement, at the expense of long term health and happiness and, and peace. Uh, I don't want people uh, equal. I don't want people happy or satisfied. I don't want people living a simple life. I don't want people being free. But I claim that I bring all those things. In the past, many people don't know that we were egalitarian, humans were egalitarian societies. That means they were very equal, uh, not much uh, division going on in their heads, and they just did what their ancestors did and lived more or less sustainably and simply without land ownership. Uh, and they were feeling quite secure about uh, about this. But as I said, people want to mimic uh, their culture. So I rely on this. I create their culture um, for my own benefits, and I just watch them do whatever I say. Um, my biggest fear is that people will wake up to the fact that I am not beneficial for them overall. Uh, I have an opportunity cost. When they choose me, in the long term, they can't be happy. They become slaves. They don't have freedom. They have much reduced freedoms, and they uh, basically destroy other biological life. Of course, they don't see themselves as part of other life. They think that they are separate, so that's my advantage, right? The apathetic people, you know, it's very difficult to form that connection to realize that actually other organisms might be as valuable as humans are. I don't want them realizing such things. Some of them they value, they care about, you know, charismatic animals, elephants, etc. Uh, in the wild, but it's quite limited. And to be honest, uh, they are quite hypocrites. They don't. Uh, they can have a divided brain into many sections because many lack critical thinking, and because of this lack of critical thinking, they can't connect different uh, propaganda that I spread. They can't connect those different messages and realize the inconsistencies among them. It is quite easy to manipulate them actually. Just um, put insecurities in them, and over time, basically, they start putting insecurities into each other because uh, those traumas they spread. So I just put trauma. For example, I traumatized the colonizers, and they went and traumatized others. It is so easy. They become my little drones, uh, and they just keep doing the work of the devil. Okay, thank you very much for listening. Um, don't be vegan. Don't be anti-technology. As a technological civilization, I can't say these things. But one thing, you can be plant-based. Because currently I am having difficulty with food production. So some people, uh, over the course of decades, must move towards plant based. But currently it's okay. I can manage, but I just started, uh, letting such messages out. But right now we can still grow the meat production, etc., by passing towards more industrialized agriculture, uh, more monocrops. uh, Still we have fossil fuels, we can still produce some fertilizers, pesticides. It is okay for now. But in the future, I mean, we will need more plant-based for efficiency reasons. So I will start pushing for plant-based in the future, but definitely not, uh, you know, definitely not anti-technology. I'm not stupid. Okay. Don't take care. Be insecure. Don't feel that you are enough. Compete with each other uh, in the most stupid ways. Okay, just compete for, materials. Compete for me, and uh, never be at peace.